Warships and fighter jets from 28 NATO members conducted exercises off the Italian coast earlier this month. Across Eastern Europe, NATO allies are deploying military personnel and hardware. Britain is strengthening its deployments in Estonia and Poland and considering further deployments in Southeast Europe. NATO's Secretary General welcomed Britain's offer.
Renewed Russian aggression will lead to more NATO presence, not less.
The United States has deployed an additional 3,000 troops to Poland and Romania.
To build that trust and confidence, to reassure our allies, and to strengthen the eastern flank of the NATO alliance.
France is sending troops to Romania, and Germany, criticized in the past for failing to take a harder line on Russia, is boosting its troop deployment in Lithuania.
We can be relied on, and we are showing that with this strengthening of the battle group.
Russia's actions have served to unify NATO, argues analyst Jonathan Isle.
The Russians were demanding not merely an acceptance of a division of Europe into new spheres of influence, but a rollback on all the security arrangements put in place on the continent since the early 1990s at the end of the Cold War. And that was simply so outrageous, so extreme in its scope, that quite frankly it left very little opportunity for countries to disagree.
Opinion polls show an increase in public support for NATO, both in existing member states and in non-NATO allies, including Sweden and Finland. While neither are expected to join the alliance anytime soon, both countries have voiced alarm at the Russian troop build-up.
We all want Russia to de-escalate the situation. We want to find peaceful ways out of the situation.
Russia has amassed more than 100,000 troops near the Ukraine border. A miscalculation, argues Isle.
If Moscow was thinking of dividing Europe, what they've done over the past few months achieved precisely the opposite.
But Russia believes it has achieved the objective of keeping Ukraine and Georgia out of the alliance, says analyst Alex Titov.
As Putin said several times, that membership of NATO will basically mean war with Russia from all NATO countries.
Despite Moscow's denials, many Western leaders still believe Russia is planning to invade Ukraine. Rather than highlighting NATO's divisions, many observers say that threat has galvanized the alliance. Henry Ridgwell for VOA News, London.